It is Friday, September 1st, and this is Mr. Reichler's webcast. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody who donated today for our Hats On for Harvey fundraiser for the American Red Cross. We raised just over $3,800 school-wide for the American Red Cross. That's amazing. So way to go, Trit. Really, thank you all very, very much for participating and donating. Secondly, speaking of hurricanes, keep an eye on Irma over the weekend. Interesting things are afoot out in the Atlantic. We've been watching it all week long, and Irma's been forming and slowly creeping her way towards our coast. Realistically, we aren't going to really definitively know where or if Irma's going to make any kind of landfall until probably Monday or Tuesday of next week. But keep an eye on her nonetheless and see if their predictions can hold up as to where they think it's going to go. And really, the bottom line to every one of them was don't panic. It's far too early to panic just yet. I want to move on to a more sensitive note here. Classroom behavior. It's becoming a bit of a problem. I haven't had a group like this in a long time. We are just very, very energetic. Many not listening, many people not following directions. As examples, just after all, ask the class 2, 3, 4 times to get quiet and let's begin. They're still talking. After I say to them directly, hey, Bob, let's go. Bob will continue talking to whoever Bob is talking to. Running around the floor during group time, sitting on their chair during when I'm talking to the class, going, I could go on. I won't. I don't want to be a grumpy Gus. I don't want to be that person, teacher, and I'm feeling like I'm having to become that, and I don't want to. I've put probably more checks in behavior checks over the last 4 weeks of school than I've put in folders over the last 3 years of school. I mean, I can put up with a lot. I can't. It's to the point that bottom line, if you could, please, from this point forward, if they have check marks for behavior on their dojo, if there could be consequences at home, if you could talk to them about what happened, why it happened, and so we don't do this anymore, I would be grateful. The next step is going to be making some calls and such, but we'll take it one day at a time. To be fair, and a huge thank you to everyone, today was a much, much better day. And I do appreciate their effort. Overall, most of the people in here want to learn. Everybody wants to learn. But just some people are just not into this whole learning thing yet. So thank you. And if they've gotten check marks this week for behavior, you might talk to them about it too. So moving on. Thank you. This week in class, we did bunches of stuff, actually. We started some novel studies in our literature groups. With the half day, we didn't get to reading groups on Wednesday, and today we had hearing and vision screening during our reading time, so we didn't get to it today either. So we will pick them up next week, and we will get going back with them. We wrote some wonderful stories in writing. They all had different story prompts all week long, and just really focusing on that writing stamina and getting that thought out of the head onto the page, which is the hardest thing for them to do. And then once it's down on the page, we can develop it through revisions and editing. In STEM, we made Adobe bricks, and they are drying safely in the corner of the classroom, not outside in the rain, obviously. And next week, we will put them through some strength tests and endurance tests, and we'll see how much weight they can hold, and we will evaluate. In social studies, we finished all of our travel videos, and next week we will, there's one more thing to do. We're going to talk about land regions around the country, and after that I will give out a study guide for a test the week after next week. No worries, no need to start studying just yet. I don't have a date yet. I have none of lesson plans yet, so I will get back to you with that date next week. And finally, try not to be upset. There's no homework over the break, so really sit back, enjoy, and we'll see everybody on Tuesday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye bye.